Hi, everybody. I'm Zina Hassan of the National Asian Pacific American Women's Forum, Arizona chapter. So this is the Mouth Secrets Oral Health and Reproductive Justice project called Mouth Secrets. I'm joined by my friend and colleague, Jennifer Chau. Jennifer, you wear many different hats, and thank you for doing this. You're a busy person and do a lot of work in the community on top of having a very young daughter. How old is Payson now?
She's almost 1. She'll be 1 in a few weeks.
What is she doing?
What is she doing?
Is she walking around yet?
Yeah, she just started walking a few weeks ago. So yeah, right when she turned 11 months, that's when she took her like 10 steps, and now she's walking. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, you and I have talked about our pregnancies on and off over the few years, but what is one thing that you wish you had known about pregnancy and oral health, like while you were pregnant with Payson?
I wish I knew that there was potential harm and side effects doing oral surgery for my unborn child at the time. I had so I have this condition. During my pregnancy, I suffer from hyperemesis. I don't know how to pronounce it. Hyperemesis gravidarum. So it's a condition where nausea, vomiting happens throughout the entire pregnancy. So it was a pretty bad experience because it's just you're constantly nauseated. Like there were times where I was vomiting like nonstop. So during like my I think it was like around 6 months of my pregnancy, I had one whole week of just vomiting. So then the following week, my back tooth, like the feelings just came up like at the same time. It was just so odd. I was like, why these two little feelings just came up? But I think it had to do with like all the vomiting because all the acid really attacked the enamel of my teeth and I don't know. It just so happened after that, those feelings came out, and then it really hurt my tooth. So I went to the dentist, and when they were checking on it, they diagnosed that I need a root canal for one of them. So I was like 6 months pregnant, 6 or 7 months, and she briefly said, well, there might be like a chance that the bacteria from the anesthesia and stuff like that. But really quickly, like, there might be a slight chance that it could affect the baby negatively. So, but at the same time, she's like, no, let's just schedule the root canal anyways. So, but I'm like, wait a minute, like, can I kind of think about this first? Because if it's going to impact my unborn baby, I want to make sure I'm making the right decision. Mm-hmm. So then I just so happened, luckily, one of my partner's friends, she owns a dentist. And she recently gave birth too. So I told her my situation. I wanted a second opinion, and she's like, don't do it. She's like, I just recently gave birth. Like, I'm a dentist. I'm a woman. Like, I would not do it if I were you because of, she was telling me it could, premature labor could happen. It could just it could harm the baby. So I was just, that really, the way that she stated it made me go really think like, I don't want that. She's like, you should wait after you give birth. And she even said something like, even cleaning your teeth, like the blood and the bacteria could go into the baby too. So just all this information was just like eye-opening to me because the first dentist is like, okay, let's schedule the root canal. Here it is. Like, here's your appointment. And then the second was like, don't do it. So then I was like, yeah. So it's just like, at that time, I was just like, what do I do? What do I do? But, my gut feeling was to just wait it out. Even though it was hurting, I just rather trust the person that went through this. And she's a dentist. She recently gave birth, and she was just like, don't do it. Like, so yeah, it was just like, sometimes I just wish like what information is out there, like what do I do, because it's going to impact my baby.
I can't imagine like being pregnant and going through what you were going through at the time and having an oral health issue that you didn't really have the information to navigate. Like, were you insured at the time? How did you navigate insurance when you were pregnant? I remember having some conversations with you about that.
Yeah, so that was a little complicated situation. During the time I was a contractor, like, so I was paid as a contractor doing projects. So when I was applying to access, um, the first couple of, when I first applied, it's because of the contractor. There's a special paperwork that I had to do about, like, you know, income and this and that. Like, I guess it wasn't done correctly, so they declined it. So then I was like, I'm pretty sure I qualify, but it's just like the paperwork wasn't done correctly. So I got a second opinion. I got referred to another person, and I told them, like, you know, I'm a contractor. I get paid this a month, like monthly, and they were like, you don't qualify at all. But I'm just like, I don't make that much, you know. So then I was like, let me go straight to the source. So I did go to the Department of at the
DES.
Yeah.
Economic security, right?
There we go. Yeah, I went straight to their office, straight to the source. I made an appointment through them. And when I was talking to the case manager for a worker that was handling my case, and I told them my situation, I'm a contractor, I make this amount. Even that person was like, I don't know what to do. And she had to talk to a supervisor because she didn't know how to handle the paperwork. So the supervisor luckily was able to help that caseworker and help me make sure the paperwork is filled out like this way, because I guess, you know, being a contractor is just a different paperwork system. So, I mean, I was like 6-7 months when I finally got approved, but it was like a 6-month process. And the fact that I had to go to 3 different, like, you know, one person telling me I don't qualify, one, it was just, you know, paperwork wasn't done, like the third, like that straight to the source. And even they didn't really understand how to do it. And only like the upper manager, supervisor was able to thankfully help me out and get it approved.
Yeah, I mean, what a great reminder that even though policies may exist that allow us to be covered, like that system has to be easy to navigate and actually has to work for us if those policies are going to make any difference. Jen, so for moms and expecting moms who might be going through the same thing you did, what do you think needs to change for them to make better decisions or have healthier pregnancies?
I think I wish there was just more information for new and expecting moms to make like better informed decision in regards to oral health, just like based on like what I went through. I just didn't know what to do when it came down to choosing if I should have the root canal or the anesthesias, the bacteria might impact the baby and all this stuff. It's just like, what risk am I willing to take? It was really hard at the time, just looking back. Like I was just really, I was afraid that I was going to make the wrong decision. So I wish there was just, is there resources out there for pregnant moms to make a well-informed decision that helps, you know, support the mom and the baby. Right. Yeah. And I don't know if they're out there, to be honest, right now. So.
Right. Because I think we have this in common, that there was some luck that played in our stories. Like it was just random luck that you ran into this friend that you trusted who happened to have a career in oral health.
Yeah, it was just, luckily for that, because I think I honestly wouldn't know how I would make that decision.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing journey. Thankfully, you're healthy and Payson is healthy and you guys are doing pretty good right now. I'm really happy to hear that she's walking around and causing trouble. Thank you, Jen, for joining the Mouth Secret series and sharing such a personal story with us. I appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks,
you for
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.